This is the Surron Hyper Bee, and it's kind of been out for a little while, but we finally got our hands on one, and so far it's pretty sweet, but we're too big for it. So today we're gonna review it and get it younger rider approved. And even though I'm 6'3" and way too big for this bike, it is so much fun. All right guys, we're gonna go through the specs of the Hyper Bee really fast, and then we're gonna go meet up with my cousin who has an Electro & Co RTR as his main bike. He's a smaller rider, of course, and he's gonna put this bike to the test and see what he thinks in comparison to the other bikes that he's had. So for specs, we got a $3,000 price point for the Hyper Bee. We have 5 kilowatts of power, which is a lot. That takes this bike up to a top speed of 35 miles an hour. We just tested it with the GPS, confirmed 35, and it's like limited to that. I think the power should let it go faster, but that's what they limit it to, which I think is actually perfect for the younger, smaller riders that are gonna be riding this. We also have a remote. This bad boy you can use for communication. It's actually a speaker intercom system, so you can talk to it. We'll be doing that later in the video, and you can talk to your younger rider riding this bike, and you can tell them, hey, slow down, you're going too fast. And there's also a tether on here. So this is a safety tether you would put around your wrist, and then if you were to crash or go down, this is gonna turn off the bike so it doesn't keep spinning or ride away from you. Then we have a bunch of different modes built into the screen. We're not gonna get into all those little details. If you wanna know how to use that, look up a different video. The battery is also really quick removable. You just unscrew this little latch here and it just unplugs. There's actually a plug built into the bottom. It's the simplest process I've ever seen to remove a battery. You literally just drop it back in, twist this little knob, and it is locked in. That's it, you're done. Then there's a little quick magnetic charge port on here. The battery charges quickly, efficiently, and the charger will just turn on every single time. You don't have to reset it in the wall plug like some other models. I think Surron absolutely did a fantastic job with this bike. They crushed all the fit and finish, the quality, the comfort, the full seat, the suspension feels nice. It is customizable. You can change the rebound and the preload, and you can stiffen it up for a rider like myself. This bike comes incredibly plush, but I weigh 200 pounds nearly, and I can still stiffen it up to actually support my weight. The bike also has reverse. You can hold the reverse button. It'll like click into a different mode and you can go backwards. It's also designed to have a riser linkage here and for you to slide the legs up in the triple clamps. As your son or daughter, younger rider, grows, you can make this bike a little bit bigger and a little bit taller. Surron kind of just knocked it out of the park for this bike. It also only weighs 88 pounds. We weighed it on our hanging scale. Very impressive for the amount of power, torque that it has. Well guys, enough talking about this bike. Let's go meet up with Truman and ride it. And spoiler alert, all 3 of us crashed in this video, so you're gonna wanna watch to the end. All right guys, it is time to go out on a ride. Me and Romney are gonna ride these 2 RTRs, and this is Truman. He's been on our videos before. He's my cousin, and he owns an RTR, and he's a ripper. So we're gonna get his reaction to the Surron Hyper Bee and see what he thinks. Let's go check it out. There she is. What do you think?
Whoa, that's so cool.
Okay, so let me talk you through some of the features here that are different from your bike. So we do have a tether. So if you crash, you kind of keep this around your wrist or whatever, it turns your bike off.
Okay.
The battery is quick removable. So watch this. If you unscrew this, it'll just turn and twist, and you just pull it out. It doesn't even unplug, it just connects in the bottom. So that you could just pop it in, pop it out, super easy. And here's our key, turn it on. It does have a headlight, and it has a lot of settings that you can change. It's also got a horn, kind of sounds cool. And then feel those brakes. Like, see what you think about those brakes.
Pretty nice.
They feel good on your smaller hands and stuff?
Yep.
Okay, let's look at some of the back of the bike because I think you'll be excited to see some of this stuff. So, look at this motor. It's turned sideways compared to most bikes that you've seen. And then look, we got a full-size chain. So instead of the little tiny chain on your RTR, which is one of your complaints,
yes,
we have a full-size chain. So it's not gonna stretch as much, it's gonna feel smoother and everything. Okay, do you wanna sit on it?
Yeah.
Hop on there.
I like it.
How does it feel?
Feels nice.
Truman's looking good over there. Looking good, Truman. We gotta love the intercom system. Well, should we go rip?
Yeah.
All right. I turned him off. I used the red button. I think I can turn you back on. See if it goes. Nice, there you go. That thing's a ripper, man. All right, here we go, we're hitting the trail. Truman's ripping. So he's had an RTR for like 6 months and has really enjoyed it for the most part. There's just a couple things that aren't his favorite because he's a little small for it, and it's a little on the heavy side and the stiff suspension side because it's more made for adults rather than kids. I think he's really excited to try the Hyper Bee. So the Hyper Bee really is more of a kid's bike. It is 42 pounds lighter than the RTR. I feel way more comfortable riding the RTR off-road and stuff because it's stiffer and I'm larger and stuff like that. The Hyper Bee is really small. But the Hyper Bee really is an amazing bike. It still has a lot of power, good suspension for kids, good size.
This trail is sick on these little bikes. We got Truman right behind me. I'm trying to lead the way. This RTR is ripping up the trail. It is so fun.
Oh, that was some big roots. Truman's ripping.
I've ridden the Hyper Bee on the street. It's definitely smaller, squishier, more kid-friendly. So if you want a kid-friendly bike, that's the one to go with. It is great. It's got 3 modes, and you know, you got the remote to change the modes and totally control the bike. So you have full discipline and control of your kid. And so I think that's really awesome. I don't have any kids, but you know, as a future parent, I want to make sure my kids are safe and make sure they're being responsible and disciplined with the bikes and, you know, not doing stupid stuff. Look at that. That's nice.
Nice, you were ripping over those rocks. How does it feel?
It feels good. I like the suspension.
Yeah. Okay, let's put you back on the RTR that you're used to, and then I think you might feel a bigger difference than maybe you realize. You want to try it? Okay. All right, here we go. The Hyper Bee is so much smaller and way more plush on the suspension. I guess when you weigh 190 pounds, it is. Feel pretty different?
Yeah, it feels bigger.
Feels a lot bigger, huh? All right. Look at this view. Okay, True's getting off the RTR and back onto the Hyper Bee. He's gonna try mode 3. Click him up. There it is. Okay, ready to rip.
He's in game mode.
Yeah, he's visor down, game mode on. Look at this view. We're going up there. I think we got one more ridge to go up and over, and then we're gonna go back down. We've gone like, I think about 2.5 miles on the single track. Getting a good taste for the little rippers. It's fun. These bikes are so fun on these trails, just small little rippers. Can I go up this hill? I don't have much run up. Here we go. Come on! Make it! Oh! I found it. I ran into the tree. I made it further than I thought I would. It's steep.
Well, good job, Lance.
Thank you. Whoa! Mode 3 looks fast.
Yeah.
It's fast?
Yeah.
Now, does that feel pretty much as fast as this is? No, still not as fast? Okay.
I think does this go like 35, 40?
Yeah, that only goes 30. It's limited to 35. This goes 55. That has 5 kilowatts of power. This has 8. Yeah.
I'd ride this like around the neighborhood and stuff like that, and still rip it on trails sometimes. It's nice. I like it.
I crashed.
You did?
I crashed. I have it all on video. I went to do a wheelie and the back brake didn't save me. I'm not used to Cody's bike, how it's set up, where you have to grab it's a 2-finger brake setup and it pulls further than the way I have our bike set up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It didn't save me, let's just say. I popped it up and just went straight over the back and just slammed on my camelback. I have a kink in my back and I think I
Oh, dang.
bent that.
Oh,
I think I actually bent the frame.
yeah.
Oh, dang. This is Cody's bike. Cody, I'm sorry. Cody's crashed one of my bikes too and done basically the same thing. So now we're even. But, dang.
Well, dang, dude.
I haven't crashed in years. That's not even that bad of a crash.
I
But.
was going and
Cody.
What you got?
That's your RTR.
Who looped it?
Me.
You're kidding me.
No, I looped it on the trail. I went to grab the back brake and it was like set up for 2-finger and it hit my knuckle and I went straight over backwards and just slammed myself.
You're just getting even with me, right?
Yeah, I know. All right, guys, we are at the top of the mountain. We got the Hyper Bee all stepped up on the bench here. What do you think, Truman? What's your first initial impressions and thoughts?
I really like the suspension. It has a smooth throttle. It's pretty quiet and the seat's really comfortable.
Yeah? Do you feel like the throttle is like reactive but smooth and stuff like you're saying?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Do you think it feels better than the RTR throttle?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit better. Okay. What do you think of the tires and traction?
The traction's really good. The tires are kind of skinny, but they work for a small bike like that.
Yeah, and you could always put a wider tire on it if you wanted to upgrade too. What do you think of all the little cool features? What do you think about the remote and the modes and stuff like that?
I think that's pretty cool that like you could change it and you can like speaker on it. I really like the colorway and stuff on the bike.
Yeah, it's a cool looking bike, huh?
Yeah.
It's really high quality, high build quality. They did a nice job. It looks cool. It's got a light. What do you think of the brakes?
The brakes were really nice.
Do you think you like them, like as a smaller rider, you like them better than the RTR?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I usually just use 1 finger.
Yeah.
And that's perfect for it.
Yeah, these are perfect for 1 finger, huh?
Well, we're headed back down. Taking my time. I just crashed. I got a little too fast and there was some downhill bumps and I just wasn't ready for them and I flew off the bike, dumped the bike. My knee. Oh, you all right, Truman? You good, dude? Yeah, sit down, take a breath. I can help you with that. And then move on to the handlebars. There you go.
I'm like, don't fall down that hill too. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right, so I'm fresh off a crash. And then I come around the corner. And what happened, Truman?
I was riding and then a whole entire group of bikers was coming, so I slammed on the brakes here and the front wheel went on the rock and then I tumbled down and grabbed the tree branch and one more slip and I would have been dead.
He literally fell down. What was that, 7 feet?
Yeah, and grabbed
And
branch.
landed on that tree.
And if I didn't grab the branch, I would have been down there.
Yep, and the bike was down there. The bikers were nice enough to lift it up. They're long gone, but yeah, it's an adventure up here.
And then all of a sudden the bike comes down and I thought it was going to smash me on my hand. And if it smashed my hand or something, I would have been gone.
You were like hanging down and you had the branch? Beautiful little stream here.
Truman's got a bunch of dirt in his pants after the crash.
Got a bunch of junk in the trunk. Crazy. I got blood all over my knee.
Man, we are not. The Talaria boys are taking a beating. Honorary Talaria boy.
It's not like we're riding anything like real crazy. We're just kind of on this single track mellow trail.
I'm at 77% battery. How far we've gone, Lance?
We've gone about 6.5 miles and about 1,000 feet of vertical climbing.
What are you at, Truman?
I'm at 76.
Dang.
He's at 76. I'm at 80. Me and Romney on the RTR started at about 95, so we've only used like 15%. It's crazy. Truman's only used 24%, and that has quite a bit smaller battery, but he's such a light rider. This thing's got good range.
It's got good range for a kid.
Like 30 miles on that, True.
Yeah.
Nice. And then, yeah, we're almost to the bottom, so pretty good trip.
Well, guys, the ride's over. Thanks for watching the video. Truman, thanks for coming. Glad you enjoyed the bike. What's your favorite thing about it?
Probably, I like how it's really small.
He was telling me off camera that he would probably like it better if we raised it up like you can do and raise the linkage up, make it a little bit bigger. How old are you again?
10.
You're 10, okay. He's 10, so for reference, if you're thinking about it for your son or daughter or whatever, he's 10, and I think a little bit older rider could also fit it with a little bit more height adjust, and then the RTR is kind of the next step up, a little bit bigger than that. If you guys are interested in one of these bikes, check the link down in the video description. We appreciate you guys watching. If you guys need any parts for your e-moto, check out our store, tbelectricmoto.com, and we'll put the discount codes on screen right here. They don't work on everything, and sadly they don't work on the bikes, but we're trying to help you guys as much as we can. We appreciate you watching the channel. See you later.
Bye.